Hello! Welcome to the stream. Okay, so, hi! After, after like, almost 2 months, I get to stream again. So, I'm just excited right now. Read a fanfiction after the ending, the cave. So, I'm just course review and critique what Untitled Requiem is. And if you just heard the music, um the basis of the story of the Akatsuki no Requiem is based on Akatsuki no Requiem song of Pink Horizon. So I will discuss later on theory behind it, like, and like how the reverse happened in the chapter in chapter 130. So I think they will start this project started or will start at chapter 137 to 139. So they redid that, and I think this is just only part one, and part two and four are coming soon. So uh, here little introduction with their site. It's on aotnorequiem.com. So I'll I'll pen down uh, the site so that you can also read with if you're really interested. So and I think I've posted photos, uh, posters of those mga teasers ng ilang project and all. So I hope that excited. Yeah, they have a site. As in very very promoted. So even though as in I know this project started like right after Isayama dropped ending and then amo nang result ang ending. So they decided if Isayama can't give us, fine, we'll do it ourselves. So the team are composed of different people, so from all over the world. So six are writers, and then we have artists, as far as I know. Damo sila artists. They have many artists. And I will just read disclaimer at this disclaimer. It's fan fiction. Okay, so it's not disrespectful to the author. Okay, so as like most anime sites, anime pages there. So, but at least through the backlash of those who spam that comment, at least they have that publicity. At least it was reached out even to the Facebook pages. Because I know they are mostly active in Twitter, okay, and even Reddit. Twitter and Reddit. So and then when it overflowed to Instagram and Facebook and then TikTok, like of course they received a lot of hate because they wanted to redo the ending. But just like the disclaimer, it's just fan fiction. It's not canon, so what is canon is what Sayama presented. Sayama published. Huh. Okay, and most importantly, this is so it's free. So this site is here to stay, okay, and it's free. So no, they do not receive donations, even though people what offer that they want. He said no. So the art here, this one, it's all their blood, sweat. Okay, so let's read na our Teotihuacan. Oh, oh, they have a soundtrack. Imagine, they have a soundtrack. So they have a soundtrack, and then there are team that is for their music, and at the same time, there's another group who will animate Teotihuacan Requiem for them also. So they're looking for volunteers. They're looking for more artists, VA artists, um, who may talent. We have talent for VA. We have talent for animation. Right there. So yeah, let's start na with our Teotihuacan Requiem. Let's try to do it with music. Aaron is in the. I think I like the first page. Chorus. Aaron in the palace. Like, I love this song. Long, long ago, when our world was still young, and all manner of unknown things went forth, that which we call life was born. Throughout the span of time, life began to evolve, and as conditions changed and became more complex, life sought out more densified and sought to know. We as species became arrogant, our conquest became ourselves special, and we because of our ability to thrive and fill the world to our desire. I think they adapted for 147. So it's a story about how Palu-chan was born for what we call life. And yet, in spite of all odds, one ancient form persisted, refusing to pass on with our Palu-chan free. Why? For what purpose? Perhaps it too was waiting for another chance to fight that inevitable waiting for us all. Or maybe it's in me to fulfill that instinct to persevere by pure chance found a way. Well, I just love how, oh my gosh, small Aaron and big Aaron are there. Or maybe there is no deeper meaning to any of this after all. And all these years of suffering have been for nothing. He hated YouTube. Or maybe there is no real deeper meaning to any of this after all. All these years of suffering have been all for nothing. Well, regardless of how or why our history began, because one pitiful slave girl defied her master and stumbled into that power that changed everything. Ah, Emir! Emir! My gosh, we're back! Yes, Aaron's friend. That little girl was her. In her desire to find meaning, she was pushed to survive, and thus, she became our founder in need. This makes much more sense than that Taekwondo jutsu of Herman and Zeke. And look how baby Aaron, or why do I call it baby Aaron? Look how child Aaron is, his reaction to Emir. I cannot pretend to understand it all even after spending all this time with them. But one thing is for certain, no matter how one may try to fight it, death is inevitable. So why bother seeking out something as arbitrary as meaning at all? All these lives that never needed to suffer, all these paths created from arrogance and the desire to defy the very nature of this world. She had just accepted her fate and freed herself from her suffering, as we all eventually do. Perhaps all of this could have been avoided. Same with 137, but they redraw it. It's not copy-paste. They redraw it. Perhaps all of this could have been avoided. Maybe then we might have been spared from this existence. This place was born of that arrogance, unable to move on from the will of for me back. Ano mag-read? This place was born of that arrogance, unable to move on from the will of the king. She was banished here to the place free from death, obeying his desires. Godlike in power, but forever asleep. Titan Peaks. With this earth, she creates monsters that destroy and perpetuate this cycle of suffering. So they still have the sandcastle which is like so funny that it became a meme. Maybe when Isayama was scrolling through Reddit, he saw this and then he said that, okay, I will adapt this meme. So this all began because of her, and this is the place free of death. But if she has all this power, why not use it to free herself? As in, I'm still thinking of that 139. I hope. But if she has all this power, why not use it to free herself? You realize the conundrum. Very good. I have spent an outstanding amount of time here trying to answer that question. Why didn't she exact her revenge on the man and people who enslaved her instead of serving. Maybe she couldn't. Some kind of condition to her power? I came to that initial conclusion. At least, diba? At least, diba? Okay. Two of the intelligent characters in the story are thinking. They are both working together. Which is like what I was so frustrated when 137 came out. Like, what? Like, how? What are the arguments of Armin that made Zeke convinced to kill himself? My God! At least this one, they are working together. Logical. Two of the logical characters in this are actually working together. However, the more I watched this history, the less I was convinced that it was the case. The power itself was not the issue. So, could it have been her will? Was she incapable of separating her own desires from that of her abusers? Or was there some hidden need to belong? What was that her meaning? If so, then her suffering was truly great. In the end, Eren was able to understand her when I couldn't. That's why she went with him. He offered her something no one else could give her. And that was freedom! Freedom! Oh, the 131 scene. And Eren. Oh my gosh! Dapat namugit! So, is she finally free? Mir? Are we all free now? Not yet. Not yet. Oh my God. I'm crying. Eren is back! Eren is... But you showed her she's not alone anymore. If that's not enough, then what's she waiting for? Okay. What's this? My power. Whoa! He broke the tree! He broke the nuts! For 2,000 long years, he's been waiting. It is for this reason you are here. For someone to free her, to free all of us. This power has shown me the paths ahead. Mga paths. My memory shards. Branches of things that have passed. What could have been. And what can't be changed. And the paths built on their plans that I reject. Living only one. When you wake up, you will forget what you learned, but not what you felt here. This will all feel just like a long dream. Until that moment. Okay, so there are, like in here, like Eren wakes up in that tree, like like in episode 1 or in chapter 1. And then he will remember everything that younger Eren will experience once he kisses Historia's hand. Only then you will begin to understand. Like, it's nice because it's like they're still giving or looking back at that power of Eren, which he influenced his past attack titan. So why not be influence his younger self too? To make him, to instill to him that desire for freedom. I have walked through these plains for what felt like eternity. Like our brother, I tried to see and understand. Through the combined power of the attack and founding titans, I learned to control what I saw, and I could see the result of all their plans. I saw peace, but also endless destruction, over and over again with no end in sight. Look at all the memory shards here. It's new memories that they've drawn and then they spiral it. It's nice. Very nice. Seeing it, I knew I had to be the one to finish it. This never-ending cycle of hate. But I also tried to save the ones dearest to me and change the flow of the paths. First, I tried to stop some things from happening. But I realized that to achieve that one goal, sacrifice was unavoidable. To destroy this ongoing cycle of hatred and achieve freedom, I am prepared to sacrifice the world. Is this Grisha? Oh, Grisha. That scenery! That scenery! So Armin, I will keep moving forward until all my enemies are destroyed. Oh, yes! So, this one ties up with what Armin saw in 131, like the child Eren. So, let's delete 139. Let's see lang yun eh. Ah! Bitin! No! 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 Oh, part. Can't wait for part. Okay, let's read their letter. Attack on Titan Requiem. Thanks everyone for reading. First off, I just want to say that I never expected this project to blow up the way it did. And I've said so before, but wow. It really hits hard seeing the hard work of the team that came together and decided to make this dream a reality. While we have received a lot of hate and even death threats and quite a lot of people doing their best to scare us to stop, the support we got really helped us push forward. I'll be honest, there were brief moments where some of us wavered. Even I had a moment where I had laid in bed, staring at my ceiling and wondering, maybe it's better to just let this go and move on. That moment came and then I sat up looking at the wave of messages coming through all the hate and looked at all the comments shouting for us to keep going, and so I grit my teeth, grabbed my pen and kept going. This project initially began because I was wounded, angry, and betrayed. All the adjectives. Same. Oh man. But I then saw how my nephew looked so terribly disappointed by the ending. Nephew. A kid. And the motivation morphed into making an ending he would be excited to read back on. That vision expanded to all of you, my team, to myself. I wanted an ending I'd be excited to read through, and with the help of every single writer, artist, editor, and revisionist in my I'm excited to say that it's coming along incredibly, and I can tell you all with certainty we wouldn't be here if we didn't love and respect this work of art that is Attack on Titan. Regardless of other opinions, that is our true feelings, and no amount of shouts and accusations will change that. Now, for those of you wanting to spam our work to harass Kodansha, Kawakubo, Mappa, and Isayama, don't. We have worked hard, but we also understand that this is, in fact, just a work of fanfiction. This isn't going to change the canon events from canon. This isn't going to suddenly be canon. We just want to provide a good ending and allow many others to enjoy the series and move on to other things should time come. Please, for the sake of our hard work, don't harass others with this work of fiction. Now, some of you may be wondering, is that it? Really? Where's the rest? Where's Historia? Look at Part 1 is far from over. There's definitely more on the way soon. Some of you are probably disappointed that it's not a lot of pages to read, and I feel you, but please keep in mind a lot of us have school and full-time jobs. I will I will tell you what happened. One of the artists here. Uh, a lot of us deal with burnout. Just know we're truly working hard to bring this level of quality to you all to enjoy. We all love you. We're excited to show the rest. Some announcements. The full chapter will be very likely close to 100 plus pages. Yay! We intended to reach out to more artists to help us in our endeavors soon. So if you're interested in helping, drop your samples in our DMs on Instagram and Twitter. Many hands make light work, so we encourage those who are ready to jump in, come and help. We will be screening artists thoroughly, so please don't take it personally if you don't get posted. We may yet have other options for you to do. Please make sure to follow us on our social media pages. Make sure you're keeping up with live updates, sneak peeks, special announcements, and much love. The AOT no Requiem. So, hey! Go check out their Twitter, their active Twitter, their Tumblr account. You can ask questions there. Also in Instagram, follow them. Okay, so what I love, let me see my review. So what I love about this chapter is that they brought back Eren, the Eren that we knew, not the not the Eren that we thought is. I mean, not that chapter 139 Eren, which is like okay, the Eren that sought freedom, not the Eren who gave. That's what I like about this. So even the Pats Eren. I mean, the 139 Eren is on his top 2 there. No, that's not, that's not my Eren. But this one, Pats Eren. Also, I like, what I like about is, they really incorporated the philosophy of Zeke here, of the search for meaning, and if there is really meaning in life. So, that's what I love. So, I mean, 137 is really good. The canon 137 is good. Especially with the themes. But when it comes to the way Armin talked no jutsu his way, the arguments he made for Zeke, I mean, that's not the Armin I knew when, in season 3. Like, I know Armin, he's like he can manipulate, he's very manipulative. He can see the weakness of others and then use it to his advantage. But the 137 Armin did not do that. He was like emotional. No, my friends are going to be dead, and so like it's not a good argument for for Zeke to be convinced suddenly that he will go present himself for Levi to be killed. And I know this is a a unpopular opinion, but Levi should have died during that Thunder Spear incident. Levi should have died. Okay. So, and also Zeke should have died when the rumbling started, logically. But I don't know. Maybe because Dansha is still afraid that her sales will go down if Levi is dead. So let's bring Levi back, even though it's physically impossible. Look at Kenny. He died with all the burns and the wounds he had. Meanwhile, Levi boy here can still can still fight. So yun. That's what I like also. So they brought back that key. So they brought back that key, which is also nice. So at least Emir here is not the Emir simp that you know. It's not the Emir that is bound because of love. Okay? This is the Emir that really sought freedom. The chapter 121 Emir that we knew. At least the dialogue, but also at least the dialogue is not cringy. Like like I expected cringe dialogue, but no, it's good writing. The dialogue is good. And also what I like is, like I said, those two intellectuals in this story are working together. They are actually talking on the solution. Okay? And not just simply talk no jutsuing. It's look, Zik is like sa guidebook. Zik has 11 out of 10 nga I then Carmen is 9 in the guidebook. And then how did Armin convince Zeke? Like Zeke was really dumbed down just for ah, just for Armin to shine, which is not good. But this year, she's not in love with her pedophile rapist. And yeah, and this panel is so impactful really in the canon. I I really love when Eren really shouted, freedom! It's really chilling at the same time, disturbing because below the clouds are like the people who were rumbled. But at least he asked, is she finally free? And at least they went back to the tree and like I hope they explained this power. Uh maybe because Eren has now the founding titan, like they explained. I hope they did that when Ymir was freed. I hope this will be explained. This breaking of the tree with all the memories. So at least they really put in the panels of the memory. They even drew new memories. So the cycle of hatred is supposed to end. Really. Either Eren kills everyone and the Eldians are there, or it's like ending. So Grisha is also here. So I hope this will be also explained why Grisha is here in the past. Maybe this is the scene where Eren showed the scenery. Like Eren showed Grisha what he saw, so that Grisha will be convinced that he will convince to give that Attack Titan to Eren. Please, I will keep moving forward until all my enemies are destroyed. The key line or the Aknya line. So, yeah. That's it for now. So that's my review for AOT no Requiem part. So I hope they can produce this next one. And I know in June 9 that volume 34 will come out in Japan. And we have already seen the leaks, the final 8 pages, which is like, whoo! uh, Mikasa was moved on, but not quite moved on because she still has the scar. Yeah, I don't know if that is like, ano dun? I felt like her characters are really wasted. The development, they just regressed. They went back when they were in the first chapter. Maybe Isayama intended, but we can never know. Still, the interview will still come out June 9th. Same with the release of the volume 34. And so maybe we can read the insights there of Isayama. So like, you know, it's like really weird when Isayama is being interviewed with the FMAB or the FM author. Like, hey, at least in FMAB or in Fullmetal Alchemist, the author really gave a good conclusion, good and logical at the same time wrap. Meanwhile, maybe Isayama is the deconstructionist. Deconstructionist in storytelling, really. It's really hard for me to believe that this is the ending that he wanted. So I wonder, really hard. So I think I'll just end the stream here. So I'll still update everyone if the part 2 is coming. So just follow them on Twitter, AOT no Requiem. Follow them also on Tumblr and ask questions there. So share this website to your friends, especially to those friends who were disappointed with the ending. So tell them this one is they really drew. Look at the art. Like you can say that it's better than Isayama's inconsistent art. But yay! Yay to fun artists! Yay to fan fiction! So see you everyone. See you again. I'll just update you with all the news here. I'll just post it in my page. Don't forget to like and Fantasia VTuber. If you also like this live stream, you can share it to your friends. And see you. Bye.